Hi, this is Brian Van from Sport Bike Track Gear, sportbiketrackgear.com. Today we're here to do a video review on a brand new helmet from Bell for 2010. This is the Vortex. Nick, go ahead and tighten up. Let's do a nice 360. This is definitely a good looking lid. It really resembles their high-end helmet, the Star. And there's the back. Let's start off and let's talk price point first, okay? The Vortex is going to sell for about $170, okay? And there are some limited edition graphics too, so the price may vary a little bit with that. Very affordable helmet, okay? What they did is they took everything they learned from the 3+ year development process with their high-end helmet, the Star, and you can see many of those behind me here. You've got the Sawinskis, the Carbon, gorgeous helmets. Very, very technical helmet. And Nick, if you kind of get one of these and just kind of get the Vortex up there, you can see that there are a lot of properties from that have trickled down to this. And that's a great way to make a very nice, affordable product, is begin by developing a high-end product. Take the things that you've learned from there, perhaps use some different materials in production, and then you can arrive at a more affordable product like the Vortex. One of the primary differences between these two helmets is going to be the construction of the shell. This is an injection molded shell, like polycarbonate shell. Very common in affordable helmets. It's a great way to make an affordable helmet. That is, fiber composite helmet shell. A lot more expensive, a lot more time consuming to make, so the end result is a product that has to sell for a higher value. Okay. Ventilation on this. One of the key features for most people is going to be ventilation. I have not yet ridden in this, okay? I've got reports here from the folks at Bell, and then just from looking at the helmet, you'll see it uses the same exact brow vent as the Star. The vents here on top of the shell are in the same position as they are on the Star. Okay, so lots of airflow in this area, and the reports from the guys at Bell are, in this area, it feels like the airflow is nearly on par with the Star, and that's huge because the Star is like having an air conditioner on the top of your head. It flows a ton of air. They do differ in the chin vent, okay? The Star has a larger chin vent than we have here on the Vortex. It still brings some good air in through the helmet in this area, but it has a different vent in the chin. Something I'd like to comment on here with the vents is they feel like they're very high quality, very smooth, very tight operation. And the team here has spent a ton of time to get the end product to feel that way. They didn't just make a plastic vent real quick and throw it on the helmet. There's been a lot of time spent trying to make sure they feel a certain way. They feel even from side to side, and that feeling will stay with the helmet throughout its life cycle. Okay? You can see here your exhaust vents in the back. Got some screens kind of finishing them off. Those are always on. Remember, those don't really do anything unless the vents up front are on. You need to bring air into the helmet and then have a place for it to go. And that's what the exhaust vents are for. We have some down here in the shell of the helmet as well. The shield uses a multiple detent, kind of like a micro detent design. Okay, there's your first crack right there. If you want it cracked just a little bit, that's the first step, and that's kind of a firm detent there. And then from there it's micro adjustable all the way up. Very nice design. This is the same shield that's used on the high-end Star helmet as well. And that's nice because if you have both helmets, you can interchange shields. While on the topic of the shields, you're going to see very soon, actually when this helmet is available in March of 2010, they have some serious photochromatic shields coming out that actually work. They worked with a great company, another US company called Transitions, and they've developed a shield that actually goes from clear to dark tint, and pretty much, as I understand it, everything in between, depending upon the actual level of light outside. The liner for the Vortex is completely removable, washable, and replaceable, both the cheek pads and the top pad. One question I asked him is the foam that you've used in the cheek pads and the top pad, does that foam differ from the stuff that you use in the Star, because the stuff in the Star is high-end and it's been very durable? They said no, it's the exact same foam, so what you can expect from this is if it fits good day one, it's not going to change sizes on you. The padding's not going to break down, and that's really important that it holds its shape during its life cycle. The material they've used here on the liner is also a good quality moisture wicking fabric, so when you're out and you're riding and it's hot and you're sweating, it's going to work to move the moisture away from your head and keep you cool. That's important. The shields have their neutral fog treatment, so they are an anti-fog shield. Works pretty well. Here is another very, very unique feature, and this you'll find on the Vortex now and the Star. Most helmets have a snap here, okay, or a clip, so you can basically, attach the remainder of the helmet strap so it doesn't flop in the breeze. You'll notice that I didn't clip that in at all. That's a magnet. And that is just amazing. It's a nice feature. It's a real comfort feature because you don't have to fiddle with the snap. You literally get this thing close and just let it go. Nice feature for sure. I'd like to bring your attention now to the neck roll of the helmet. You're going to notice that is a large neck roll. One of their goals with the Vortex was to make a quiet helmet that ventilated well, and one of the best ways to do that is have a good thick neck roll. What that does is it generates a good seal between the helmet and your neck, so you don't have a lot of road noise that penetrates from the bottom and moves up. Okay, and the reports I have from them, and like I said, I have not ridden this yet myself, I will very soon. It's very quiet, especially for the level of ventilation that it offers. They said it was a bit quieter than the Star. Another add-on that this comes with standard is the skirt here in the chin area. A lot of helmets, this price point, you have to buy the chin curtain and then install it yourself. It comes with the chin curtain installed. This is another thing that can help really reduce the road noise in a helmet. Okay, this can be removed. You don't have to ride with that in there. I found sometimes if you're doing some track days or it's really hot outside, sometimes it's nice to have the skirt out because it'll help move a little more air through the helmet. And you'll note that is snapped in there, and that's the first time I've seen that from anyone. Most of the manufacturers, they kind of slide it in between the chin EPS and the shell of the helmet, and Bell has chosen to use snaps to do that. It's kind of neat. High quality for sure. I think we've pretty well done it. We've pretty well covered the features and the benefits, and this is just a great way to introduce you some brand new technology, a brand new helmet from Bell for 2010. Like I said, I'm going to ride in this real soon. Many of our staffers at STG are going to ride in this as well. And we'll kind of do an update video and let you know what we think about it after we've had a chance to use it ourselves. I'm Brian Van from Sport Bike Track Gear, and this is the all-new Bell Vortex helmet for 2010.